Have you been asked to calculate future value when you're given present value, the number of years, and the interest rate, and you must use Excel, but you're not quite sure how to do it? Well, you've come to the right place because I'm Professor Capko, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to do that in today's video. But first, I want to say I believe something wonderful is about to happen for you, so be on the lookout for it. And now back to the video. In this example, we're asked to compute the future value of we've got three different examples here. We need to calculate the future value. And it tells us that all answers should be positive. So let's see how to do this. We're going to use a formula, the future value formula, which is built into Microsoft Excel, which will make it really super easy. And I'm going to show you how to use that formula and how to get the results pretty quickly and easily. And the beauty of using not only the formula, but we're going to use cell references. And instead of using the formula and typing in the number of years, for example, the present value, we're going to use cell references, which will pull the data necessary from the cell. So if you need to change a cell, then it'll recalculate and right there before you. So that's the purpose behind doing that. So let me show you exactly how to do this. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Helps with the channel. All right, I'm going to be putting our calculations, our formula, which will result in our answers in this column here, the future value column. And so I click on the cell reference here, and mind you, I checked ahead of time that these cells are all going to be in dollar format, in currency format. So you can check that, or you can put that in format by highlighting the particular cells you want to make sure are in that format. I can right click, and you see here where it says format cells. Click on that, and it's got general, number, currency. I want currency. So I'm formatting these cells as currency. Click OK. So anything I type in here, I just type in something like that and hit enter. It becomes money, right? So that's the way you want that done. So I can back that out by clicking reverse. Now let's put in the formula. All the formulas in Microsoft Excel start with the equal sign. That's the indication that we're about to use a formula. And this next thing you're going to type in is FV. FV is the future value formula. So I type in FV, and you can see it gives me some choices here. I just want this one, future value. I start the cell references by giving it a parentheses. So the parentheses, once I put that in, you can see it tells me what the next thing to put in. The first thing it's looking for is the rate. In other words, the interest rate. I don't need to put it in as a decimal. I don't need to do anything. I know that this first one's 13%, and I want a cell reference. So all I do is I click on the 13%. I click on that cell, and it puts in that cell reference. To move on to the next cell reference, I hit comma. And the next thing is NP. That's the number of periods. Number of periods, in this case, number of years is 11. And that's over here. And again, I don't want to change or type in the number. I just want to pull whatever number is in that reference, in that cell. So I click on that cell. And that pulls that over. See, this is D8, right? So it pulls that right over. And when I hit comma, it takes me to the next thing. The next thing is payments. In other words, what is the amount of the payment? Well, this is not a type of item, at least that we have here, that there's payments. If you were getting regular payments, maybe $100 a month or something, you would include that. But in here, there's no payments. So I'm going to skip that. All I need to do is put a comma, and it's good enough. The next thing is the present value. It's in brackets because not only you don't always have a starting present value, but in this case you do. And that is the $1,975. So, and that's way over here. So I'm going to click on that, and that pulls that over. And the last thing is the type, and that has to do with whether it's compounding at the beginning of the period or the end of the period, we're not going to mess with that because there's nothing here that tells us that we need to do anything different. So to finish out the formula, all I need to do is close the parentheses. Now, if I hit enter at this point, it's going to do the calculation for us, but see what happens. I hit enter. It does the calculation, but the problem is it gives us a negative. So it's negative $7,575.83. Now, first of all, you may be asking, why would it be giving a negative in the first place? Well, it's because it's showing that if money is paid in, let's say you're the bank, for example, and somebody gave you $1,975 that you're going to pay interest on for 11 years at 13%. That means you need to pay out at the end of the period $7,575.83. Since it's going out, the other one was going in, this is showing it as negative. I could do the reverse. I could show this present value as a negative, and then that would be money going out. That may be the customer, money's going out of their pocket to the bank, and then the future value would be positive because it's coming back in. Here, for this purposes, we want them both to be positive because it just makes it for a better presentation. So I'm going to click back on the cell, and we're going to make one quick adjustment to our formula. And if I click on the cell, you can see up here is the formula. And there's a couple of different ways we can fix it. To me, an easy way would be to multiply by -1, and that would turn the negative into a positive. So the multiplication symbol out next to the parentheses, the closed parentheses, I have the multiplication symbol, and then I'm going to put in -1. So whatever result I get is multiplied by -1, which of course turns it positive. I hit enter, and that gives me the same answer, but in this case, positive. And you can see now that I've got the positive result, which is good for the first one. Now I could keep typing in the formula for each of these going on down, and I would be getting the correct answers there. But let me show you a quick trick. Since I'm going to use the same formula for the next 2 future values or the next 10 future values or whatever it is, but I'm using different cell references for different numbers. All I need to do is click on this corner here. Do you see where my X becomes a little X? Take that corner and drag it down. And I do that and release, and it does updates the formula and brings it in and calculates your future values for each of these. That, folks, is how easy it is to do this. And you can do it too. I'm confident in you. You can just watch this video again and see the steps that I took. Like I said, there might be more than one way of doing this. So if you have a different way, or if you have an easier way, put it in the comments. I'm happy to hear that. And I know there's plenty of other ways to do it. This is the method I chose to do today to show you. So if you have any other comments or questions, put it down in the comments. But other than that, that's all I have for you today. I would really love for you to become a member of this channel. There is a join button down next to subscription. You click on that and it will tell you your options. There's a lot of great benefits that you may not even know about if you become a member of the channel. You can get early access to videos. There's some special members only content, and you can also get some interaction with me. I'm going to take priority for any members of the channels to answer their questions. So if you want your question answered quicker, please become a member, and you'll find there's a lot of benefits to that. Also, it would be great if you would subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. And now, go and make it an awesome day. Thank you.